All right, what's up, YouTube? In this video, we are going to learn how to do fades. We are going to learn how to crossfade. We're going to learn how to fade in, fade out, with different timings or whatever. And we're also going to learn how to duck the music under our voice. So that'd be dropping the volume while the voice is talking and then bringing it back up at the end. We're going to do all of this in Adobe Audition. Even though the software you're using may be something different than that, the principles are the same. So for Adobe Audition, I've got a voice track recorded here, and I'm in the waveform side, the waveform editing side of Audition. We do not want to operate in that side for this exercise. We're going to operate in the multi-track side. So I'm going to click multi-track here, and I've going to create a crossfade session. I'm going to call this one Crossfades. It's going onto my desktop, all the standard settings there. I'm going to click OK. I've got a new session. First thing I want to do is bring in my voice track. There it is. And then I want to bring in, I've got two pieces of music here that I want to crossfade between. I'm going to bring in this one here called Danger Snow. Pretty cool. Bringing this next one here called Electro Fight. Pretty cool. And now I'm going to zoom out a bit to see my entire session. I got more music than I know what to do with here. I'm going to mute my voice for the second. I'm going to mute this lower piece of music, and I'm going to play this one. Excellent, man. I'm going to get rid of this intro here, so we'll just do that and delete. And now I need a little fade. I'm going to bring this back, zoom in, and I'm going to put a little fade on the front of it right there. You see as I drag this over, it gives me a linear value of something. That's unique to Audition. Bottom line is I need a straight fade. It comes in right there. So now it fades in good. That's good. That's going to be the beginning of my voiceover. So let me zoom all the way out and put that at the beginning. The voice is going to go somewhere in here. So we'll zoom back in now. I'm going to mute. I'm going to listen for a second. That's pretty cool. Let's go home. Cool. Right there, I want to fade into the other track. So let me mute this track and listen to this track down here and see what this track sounds like. Pretty basic drum and beat track, so that's cool. Easy. So we're going to now go here, zoom in on it, put a little intro fade on it because that's the proper thing to do. Good balance there, just for starters. All right, cool. Now I got to zoom out and decide where I want to put that. So let's listen to the two tracks together now, no voice. Cool. Now, I like the way that bass and drum kicks in, so I want to just go ahead and have the first track fade out and have the bass and drums kick in on top of it. So I'm going to just break the track here. I'm going to get rid of this part of it. Everything's non-destructive, so I can always drag back out. The audio is all still there. I'm just doing this for editing purposes. So I'm going to do something like this. Now I need, obviously, to be able to hear this track. Yeah, cool. So let's see a little bit more of it. All right, let's get it lined up on the beat. Let's put it here. So the two beats line up. That's nice. Cool. Now I want to put a fade on this one. A little more time and fade it right here. So now we got this. Something like that's pretty cool. I think it's too long. I'm going to shorten it up. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make this. I'm going to go ahead and make this fade cross in more. So now I've got a cross fade like that. So you can see this one goes out and this one comes in almost the exact same amount of time. So that's a cool way to do it. Now I can leave it that way and print it, but I'm actually going to show you something else that Audition can do that's pretty cool. What I've done here is allowed myself total control, customization of the fades, the fade out and the fade in. But I can also just drag this track now that I know the splice points and I can see where the waveforms start and stop and how they align. I can just drag this track up here, and when I cross it over the other track, it automatically creates a fade like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cross it over so the waveform aligns with the waveform of the track underneath it, and I'm going to get the same result. Yeah, and that's a cool crossfade. So I've got the same result, but now the two files are in one track and the beats are aligned. Now I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to see the end of my voice track is here. And now I want it to end there, break it, delete, and I'm going to just put a fade on that because I know that's going to need to fade out quickly at the end. Perfect. Now I want to turn on my voice track and see what I got. Let's go to the beginning. All right, this is DP Delicious, and I want to invite you to my radio channel featuring the hardest of hardcore electronic music 24/7. Check it out at dpdeliciousradio.net. All right, cool. That's a pretty good track right there. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I'll move it forward just a little bit. But you can tell right off the bat that my voice is getting buried by the killer electronic music. But I don't want the music to be quiet when my voice isn't talking, so I need to duck the music under my voice. Let's zoom in to do that. This line right here is the volume line, and when I click on it, it creates a little point there, a dot, a control point, or they call a break point, and you can see when I mouse over it, it says it's at 0 dB. That's the regular level of my music. I'm going to create another point right here and pull that down. Typically down 9 or 10 dB is a good amount for ducking music under the voice. Now I'm going to slide forward. And because I got a crossfaded track, I actually have to, well, let's see, I can go to the end of this. I want to do a break point here. I got a crossfaded track, so I'm going to, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to bring the whole thing down 9 dB to match. I got two sides, so I got to match it. So it won't let me get exactly 9, but 9.2 is fine. I want it to fade back up starting here. Right on my last word, I want it to fade back up, and I'm going to grab this one, take it back to 0, and have it be 0 by the time I finish my last word. You can see as my word trails out, it's going to be back to 0 there. So now as I zoom out a little bit, you'll see the two tracks which overlap here. Back here, it's at -9. It's at roughly -9 here, and then it goes back to 0 for the end. Here's the whole track together. Let's go home and listen to the finished product. All right, this is DP Delicious, and I want to invite you to my radio channel featuring the hardest of hardcore electronic music 24/7. Check it out at dpdeliciousradio.net. That is perfect. That is a perfect promo. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to mix down session, new file, entire session. That's going to open up the printed final item in over here in the waveform editing side of Adobe Audition. I can now add a little limiting to it. This you all may not be able to do this, but if you have Adobe Audition, you most certainly can. Judging by my waveform there, I'm going to go ahead and hard limit this. In radio, we always hard limit to a -3 decibel head maximum amplitude setting, and I'm going to push the volume, though, into that by about 3 dB. So we'll make this a 3 here. So now I'm going to boost the input, boost the volume overall by 3 dB, and I'm going to limit the maximum volume to -3 dB, and it's going to create a waveform that looks like this. Boom. It's tight and ready for radio. Let's listen to it one last time. All right, this is DP Delicious, and I want to invite you to my radio channel featuring the hardest of hardcore electronic music 24/7. Check it out at dpdeliciousradio.net. Nice. That was perfect. All right, man. If you like this tutorial, please be sure and like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to smash that bell button. We will see you probably tomorrow with another video.